Good evening, campers. My name is Kieran, and today we are going to discuss literary criticism. What it is, what its purpose, and what is its significance in analysing and understanding literature. For a TLDR, literary criticism is essential in engaging with literature on a deeper level. It helps us appreciate the artistic and intellectual aspects of a work, provides aspects into the historical and cultural contexts in which it was created. This enables readers to foster a sense of critical thinking and begin having an active dialogue between the book and themselves. Before we crack on, as this is targeted to the layman, if you were looking for a specific book that is going to flesh out some of these ideas or give you a deeper understanding to what literary criticism is and what it can do, I will leave that video down below. Let's ponder this question. What is literary criticism? Literary criticism is the practice of analysing, evaluating and examining literary works. It involves the examination of an aspect of a work under various lenses in order to obtain a deeper understanding of it. At its core, literary criticism aims to untangle the complexities of literature, with which each flavour of literary criticism aims to provide its own unique perspective and reading of the work. There are a wide variety of modes and methodologies across literary criticism, but I want to stress something here. There is no one flavour of literary criticism that is superior to another, neither is there one that is inferior to another. They all serve different purposes. To begin your journey into literary criticism, it is best to make use of a variety of critical perspectives in order to see the book from as many different angles as possible. As an example, a feminist critique of, let's say, Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen can only tell you so much. One feminist reading may examine how class dynamics intersect with gender in the novel. The story does primarily revolve around the upper middle class and aristocratic families where women's status is closely tied to their social class. In critiquing the same portrayal of social class in Pride and Prejudice, a Marxist may say that Pride and Prejudice reinforces the idea that an individual's social class dictates their opportunities, lifestyles, and even their worth as a person. On the other hand, someone who is provided a queer critical lens to Austen's work would evaluate how social class emphasises the heteronormative expectations and assumptions within Austen's world. To put it as simply as possible, the more critical readings that you do upon a work, the more insight you obtain from it. There are many flavours of literary criticisms at your disposal, but let's have a look at three other key approaches that come up time and time again. Formalism. In short, formalists look at the structure of a work. They examine the language used and its style in order to obtain its artistic merit and weight. Historical criticism. This is where we examine literature within its cultural and historical context, uncovering how the political, economical, or societal implications of a time allowed a work to be created. Psychoanalysis. This criticism delves into the motivations and unconscious desires of characters, but also of the author. Post-colonialism. This criticism evaluates the effect on colonialism and empiricism on literature and identities. As we can see, literary criticism can inform and interpret a book in many different ways. However, it's important to recognise that literary criticism should not inform your personal reading. Neither should your personal reading utilise literary criticism in order to reinforce your ideas of the novel. Each reader brings with them their own unique background, preferences, and subjective interpretation to the book that they are currently engaging with. A wider reading and a breadth of perspectives allows literature to have a continual, ongoing dialogue with its readers, helping us to understand the work, but allows the work to help us understand ourselves. I hope you will agree at the end of this video that literary criticism is there to enhance our reading, not to hinder it. And literary criticism does that by offering different perspectives and challenging our own preconceived biases. It is a valuable tool to every reader, but again, I stress, it should never overshadow your own exploration and interpretation of a work. I hope this video in answering what is literary criticism has given you a good baseline and a solid foundation for you to go to explore. Further on within this series, we will focus on specific lenses of literary criticism, and with that provide you a reader list and some context to look at these works, and provide you some critical questions for you to engage within these works in order to get the most out of it. And maybe, as I suggested, this will help you challenge your own preconceived notions, but ultimately help you understand the merit and value of various literary works. If you have any questions, or if you have any recommendations of what you would like me to cover under literary criticism, please leave those down below.